Hey, baby doll. Welcome back, friend. I'm showing you the ETH BTC chart. The ETH BTC chart is the ratio of Ethereum to Bitcoin. It is single-handedly the most important chart in all of crypto. It is very, very important. This is the friendship chart. If you put a water pistol to my head and you said, Somi, I'm going to squirt you in the face right now, you have to answer truthfully, what is the one friendship chart in crypto? It's this chart. You have to watch this chart. And don't do what the Bitcoin maxis do and they go, oh, look at this 1 minute chart. Oh, Ethereum's dropping. Oh, no. That's because that's what they all do. They go, oh, wow, look, it's dropping. Oh, it's dropped 2%. Oh, wow, look at here, dropped again. Oh, wow, dropped another 2%. Yeah. Funny, this is the funny part, okay? You see this? There was a Bitcoin maxi I watch, and I'm not joking. This is the chart he showed to his audience. I'm not joking. Like I spat out my protein water because I was like, he showed the ETH BTC chart. So it came up on my screen and I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna show everyone the truth. He showed up a zoomed up 4-hour chart. And I'm like, no, it can't be. And I'm not joking, he did this. He goes, yeah, Ethereum's down 20% against Bitcoin already. It's going to keep going down. And I was like, what are you smoking, brother? What are you smoking? He zooms up on a 4-hour chart and he specifically looks at September. This is the friendship chart, okay? This is the friendship chart. Why? Okay, so this chart is how much Ethereum is worth versus Bitcoin. So a middle curver will look at it like that. You, as my friend, will look at the chart like this. ETH is proxy for risk appetite. Smart contracts. Okay. That is what you're going to look at. Now you're going to look at through a different lens. BTC is proxy for gold, boring, boomer, Genesis, store of value. Okay. So you're going to make this distinction. So now we're going to look at it a bit differently. Now when you look at this chart, when this chart goes up, some people say up. When this chart goes up, you are saying the risk appetite for smart contracts and in general crypto is going up. Our friendship levels are increasing. And when it goes down, it's the opposite. Okay? People are valuing the gold aspect. We want to be boring now. We want to be boomers. Genesis is in, let's go back to the original idea of crypto, like we don't want anything to do with the government and stuff. Let's not get too crazy, Let's put our fur coats on and light a candle. That's what's saying. So look, if you're a dingleberry, you got no chance. Because yes, I can zoom into this chart right now. Right now. I can zoom into this chart like that Bitcoin Maxi did. And I was like, look at this stupid product called Ethereum. Wow, you're down 30%, guys. Wow. Because that's what they actually say. I'm not making this up. Go look at Bitcoin Maxis. I love listening to them. It's pretty cool. I'm in every community. I'm in every single community. But, I can't comment and tell everyone, hey man, like you're misleading everybody on purpose. Because they just come out and everyone starts poking me to death. I'm telling you now. You're here for friendship. You're here for high value content. So, if this was like a religious cult and let's say like you guys didn't believe in electricity, okay? And someone comes in and they show you like a phone. They're like, hey man, I can like talk to my friends and they're like, out in the distant fields. I can talk to them on this device. You would be saying, oh my God, this electricity, this new invention's really cool. But what would the religious elders be saying? They would be saying, no, that's a poisonous heathen thing. Don't look there. Look here. Look the other way. That's what they will be saying. They're trying to close your eyes. That's exactly what they're doing here. And I don't blame them. I'm not saying what they're doing is wrong. That's not the correct approach. The correct approach is I am standing here on the hill with you and we're saying, okay, let's think about the next million people coming into crypto. We have to think like visionaries, right? We are visionaries. We're thinking, the next million people coming into crypto. Are they going to come in and they've got literally like five minutes to decide what they're going to do? Are they going to come in and they're going to say, oh my God, this chart zoomed up on this and these candlesticks has been going down. Are they going to say that? And are they going to say, let's go to Bitcoin? Do you think they're going to say that? Or do you think they're going to look at this on a longer, big frame and say, wow, this thing's going up. Ethereum's going up against Bitcoin and I use MetaMask and all this other stuff. So yeah, it's pretty easy to me. Like I'm just going to use Ethereum. How about I skip the whole buying Bitcoin part and I go straight to my Ponzi's? What do you think is more likely? So once again, this is not a morally right, unethical, ethical, you're a dingleberry. We're not playing that game. The game is, what are the next 1 million people going to do? Because that's literally the whole game itself. You're trying to guess what the next million people are going to do. That's what Warren Buffett's been doing for 80 years, man. Since he first started investing. What are the next million people who look at this? What are they going to do? That's the whole game. So, when we see this chart, the risk appetite for smart contracts. This is why when this happened, this first move that happened, everyone called it a fluke. Okay? It went up 60x against Bitcoin from here. And yeah, maybe you bought at the open. Maybe you're a doo-doo head and you bought at the open. You still went 20x against Bitcoin. And then the real test was the last bear market. The last previous bear market, we dropped 89%. What did I do? I told everybody to go all in. Where is December 2019? There you go. Let me tell you something. I had no idea what Ethereum was here. It's going to come as a shock to you. I spent about 4 hours. And after those 4 hours in this December, I was like, oh, dude, this thing's going to flip Ethereum. Flip Bitcoin. Ethereum is going to flip Bitcoin. This is so obvious. Wow. And look what it's done ever since. It's farted upwards. Look, I thought it was going to do this move again. I thought we were going to do this spike, but we're not. We're grinding up. So now you can see this is the most important chart of crypto. This is the most important chart. And when you see this, a lot of Bitcoin maxis, they will say, well, no, like a lot of coins, they never reclaim their all-time high against Bitcoin. And they will always say that. And yes, they're true. It's true. Most coins never reclaim their all-time high against Bitcoin. But we are looking at something that is defying gravity, okay? You tried to send... Okay, let's go first. You tried to send us to zero here. You tried to send us to zero here. You tried to send us to zero here and here. This was the China dump. You tried to send us to zero in June. 3AC Celsius Lunar UST collapse, okay? Where else did you try to send us to zero? You see, where is November here? You see this little wick here? That's SBF. SBF drank a lot of soy, okay? He drank so much soy, he's got so much estrogen, he tried to send us to zero here too. But the ratio keeps getting stronger, man. The ratio keeps getting stronger. Let me show you something, okay? Look how bad the bear market was. I wanted to tell you something. Look, I don't actually need to remind you. This was one of the worst experiences of our lives, this bear market. And somehow this miracle, look what this chart did. Here is May, alright? Isn't this amazing? Look what it was able to do. It just ping-ponged. It ping-ponged. This, like, altcoins down 90%, 95%. Ponzi's literally collapsed. An entire stablecoin, UST, went to zero. They tried to send Tether to zero. Exchanges went down. Luna, UST, Celsius, Voyager, BlockFi, all this other stuff. Whoa! We're still... Beep, 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 beep. Like, you gotta pay attention, man. The market sends us signals. Sometimes you will see, like, stock market boomers, and they'll say, look, like, you can't pick a stock because sometimes they're winners, and then after 5 years, they start underperforming for 10 years. So you're always better off buying the index. So you see and you hear that, and then you think, oh my God, I I've got to be buying the most traditional boomer index ever. And for the most part, they're right. But they are completely discounting the fact that you might have been able to pay attention to, say, someone like me who can show you these obvious signs and you're like, you know what? I think I can take a punt here. You know? I think I can take a punt. I think Ethereum looks pretty strong here, right? So in a few years, if Ethereum has flipped Bitcoin, you're not going to say, oh, well, nobody could have seen it coming. You're not going to say that. You're going to say, well, I mean, it only gave me 400 chances to observe what's going on, okay? So this ETH BTC chart is a miracle. It's a miracle it's going up. And it's not just any miracle, it's a sign for us. It's a sign. Now, you know me. I'm not saying green candle, red candle. I'm not saying that, all right? I'm just saying when you got this much burning, triple halvening, you got risk appetite for smart contracts, Ponzi's, gardens, NFTs, JPEGs, DEX trading, IDs, passports, stable coins, yield, Ponzi games, metaverse gaming, all this stuff I just named off the top of my head. When I have a list of all this stuff, here's the Ethereum bag. Okay, this is Santa's sack. Santa's big fat sack. When I can throw all of these items, and I can just name them for you right here off the top of my head, and on the other side is just Bitcoin's sack, which is, you know what, I think there's actually a Bitcoin logo here. There it is. Like, it doesn't take a genius to see, okay, Ethereum has all the items I mentioned. And that's smart contracts have them. Yeah, it doesn't have to just be Ethereum. You know, you do have alt layer ones. Pulse chain's coming out. They're probably going to throw some new things on there too. Okay? But when you can see this big, fat, heavy, thick sack, and Bitcoin is just the maxis, the believers saying, don't look at Ethereum. Don't go over there. And zoom in on the chart so it looks bad. And another one of their arguments is, oh, we're going to go much higher than you can possibly imagine, but we're going to do that by absorbing all the best stuff from Ethereum. That's actually their talking points. So, you know, maybe it's the year 2050 and Bitcoin's $1 trillion and it absorbed everything. But between now and the next 5 years, like, come on, man. Come on. You got a MetaMask. When's the last time you used Bitcoin for anything? Tell me. What are you actually using it for? Do you think the next million people are going to be excited for crypto and NFTs and Ponzi's and JPEGs and gaming and memes and DEXs and metaverse gaming, all this stuff? Do you think they're going to come in and they're going to say, okay, wow, look at that pet rock. I now earn Bitcoin. Let me go live my life. Do you think they're going to say that? Or do you think they're going to look at this shiny star and they go, ooh, what's going on here? Ooh, JPEGs. Ooh, look at this community. Wow, I can hook up, what's this Web3 API? Wow, I can do microtransactions. Wow, I can do really fast payments. Wow, I can use collateral for something. Wow, I can hook up my IDs to some World of Warcraft game and then I can transfer this NFT asset. Do you see what I mean? Like, it's so obviously clear if you just don't think about yourself, right? So, Bitcoin camp, many of them very ethical, moral, hardworking, yes. But they're thinking about themselves. They are outnumbered. You are the 5%. I am a peanut brain. And you know, I'm going to put a peanut emoji here to show you, okay? Yeah, I'm a peanut brain. I'm proud. I've got a small little peanut brain. But there's one thing I know. 95% of us have peanut brains. We outnumber the Bitcoiners. So when you see this chart going up, all right, when you see this chart, you think of Ethereum's big fat nutsack. This chart is Ethereum's big fat nutsack, okay? The world is giving us a signal. It's saying, hello, we want to take risk. We want Ponzi's. We want to go onto the moon. That's what it's saying, all right? And it's happening so slowly. That's the funny part. So, targets. At ETH 0.160, so that's when Ethereum is 16% of Bitcoin's price, we flip it. And at this moment, at this point, you're going to see some crazy stuff. And you think you're going to see crazy stuff from the Ethereum camp. No. The crazy stuff is going to happen from the Bitcoin camp. Because the Bitcoiners, you're going to see how many of them are just riding Bitcoin because it's got #1 rank, and how many of them actually believe Bitcoin's going to win. That's what you're going to see. And my prophecy is you're going to see so many of them bend the knee. People you would have never expected. All right? First it starts with some self-critical attacks, and then they actually move. You wait and see if this happens. I'm not saying this 100% will. I'm saying if this happens, you're going to see the flip. It's not going to just be the price flip, the market cap flip. You're actually going to see believers flip. They're actually going to... I hope they don't talk bad about Bitcoin, but people are just going to move over, you know. Go watch, Crypto, Chris, right? So in his interview, he blatantly says his portfolio now is 80% Bitcoin, 20% Ethereum. He said, they asked him, what would you do if Ethereum flips Bitcoin? He goes, whoa. I think that is such a very unlikely, low probability, less than 1% chance of ever happening. However, now that you've asked the question, if that happens, I would now automatically flip 80% Ethereum, 20% Bitcoin. And my jaw dropped. I'm like, what? So, it's not like your morals are down or upward. It's just you get an idea of how people's portfolios switch. Because you just, at the end of the day, you're rotating USD value, really. But that's a story for another time, okay? So this gives an insight what's happening. So now we can gather this chart's going up. Maybe you see this rectangle of friendship. Maybe we're going to enter another rectangle of friendship. Perhaps that comes. And perhaps we're going to see, I don't know, we're going to see just like, we're going to flip. We're going to flip. No, we're not. Fake out. We're never going to flip. And then the friendship happens. That's how I think it's going to play out. And I believe when this happens, we're going to see the biggest alt season of all. Because now you have the ultimate trap of crypto. I've been dreaming about this since the day I came in. I've been dreaming about this bull trap ever. So, I can't even begin to tell you. Okay, so I knew everybody in crypto charts in US dollars. Yeah, that's their charts. BTC, USD, ETH, USD, we all chart in US dollars. So I knew I'm the only guy, same as Da Vinci and a very few other people, who actually chart in Bitcoin or Ethereum only. We do not denominate in fiat. We denominate in appreciating assets. Okay, so so I'll put if you're a dingleberry, you chart like ETH USD. If you're a friend, we chart like ETH BTC or Link ETH or Hex ETH or Doge BTC, Doge ETH, like that. You get the point, okay? So if you're a dingleberry, you're not going to get this. There are more dingleberries than there are friends. If you're a dingleberry, there has to be. If you're a dingleberry, I want you to know, most people are dingleberries. And so when the ETH BTC, if it flips, we will now enter major bull trap zone because no one knows how to live in the friendship zone. No one knows how to chart against Bitcoin. No one knows how to price against Bitcoin, price against Ethereum. If ETH flips BTC, people will lose their minds. People might be doing, okay, that's it. I'm just going to shift 80% of my portfolio to Ethereum now. And then people are going to ask themselves, okay, if Ethereum flips Bitcoin, then who's going to flip it next? Who's gonna make Bitcoin number 3? What's happening, right? And that's what I believe would happen. I think that's more likely to happen. I think that would be such like an earthquake in crypto, news events in the world, and that's what, I've said bull trap because I think it would be the biggest bull trap at all. I think we're going to see a lot of ratios play around and people not know what they're doing. For example, you might just see like XRP pump up back to ETH or, just something crazy. You're going to see crazy stuff. I don't know specifically what, of course I don't, but there will be crazy stuff. There will be like a circus happening there. And that's why it's going to be exciting. We have to hang around for that. If this plays out, I think it's going to play out. Maybe it's boring and no one cares. I don't know. But I kind of feel a lot of people are going to get themselves trapped because people are just going to start throwing money everywhere without knowing what a ratio is. They don't know how to chart in ETH. They don't know how to chart in Bitcoin. They don't know what's actually going on, right? All they're going to be seeing is this is the Bitcoin dominance. They might, if this plays out, and it doesn't, they just might see this going down, and they're like, oh my God. But what they don't know is that they're going to walk themselves into a huge bull trap because people are going to not understand why Bitcoin has value in the first place versus why it keeps going up. And if you watch my videos, Bitcoin had value in the first place because it was the first crypto blockchain, the first cryptocurrency, decentralized money. The world, humans, we decided this has value. We decided it, okay? And people kept putting money in it. They wanted to keep joining the network. When you keep joining the network, the price goes up, okay? But why does it go up now? It's just digital boomer rock. And the reason why is Satoshi's law, the philosophy of Satoshi, releasing something as a public good and then disappearing, helping mankind, disappearing, farming 1 million coins for himself, not dumping, so now it's a donation. That story, it's like going back to Bible and Jesus. It really is. I can tell it touches people. Go look at the Bitcoin maxis, man. It's literally a religious experience. And that is a positive thing. They're teaching their children and their children's children, and we're gonna talk about this for life with the story of Satoshi, the guy who made $1 trillion asset and paid himself 0. Hey, humans, learn off this. You can improve yourself by learning this story. You see how powerful that is? This is why, even though the returns for Bitcoin are diminishing, it's still gonna go up, and people aren't gonna know this. They're just gonna see this Bitcoin dominance go down, and they're going to be like, yo, dude, smart contracts of the future, dude, yeah, F Bitcoin, dude. But it's still going to be a safe play. Safe as in, if you don't have much time to play around in crypto, you just want something that's going to have a powerful effect to go up over time, that's what it's going to be, right? So we have fleshed out this trap. Because all it takes, man, if you get trapped once, it's over. And if you hit one home run, you bink it. You've killed it. So we want to make sure we can see a trap coming. So that's what we're looking out for. You know the story, man. You know the game. The game is, we're here for the flippening. This is everything in crypto. ETH BTC 0.160. I don't want you to quit crypto until this happens. You have to be here. I don't know how high it's going to go. My prophecy is 0.30. I made this prophecy 0.30 back when it was at the lows. I'm not even joking. Literally here. When Ethereum was 2%, 1.8% of Bitcoin's price, I said one day it's going to be 30%. One day. Now, this could take a long time, many years, but you get the vision. You get the vision. I'm not just saying to throw numbers in the sky. I'm just saying I think the world will value all these things in the Ethereum bag. And this story can morph. Maybe the economic energy gets split away from Ethereum. Maybe Ethereum's not 80% dominance. Maybe it goes down to 40%. Maybe another coin comes up and that's 30%. And now that starts fighting. And then we have to start adding up all the contracts together. This is beyond the game for now. Right now, we don't have to overcomplicate it. That's what a mid-curver would say. We know as long as we are long crypto before the flippening, people are going to just buy anything. Every single time there was euphoria, go and see how out of whack the prices went. People just, the marginal FOMO of just, I've got to get in now. I don't want to be a dingleberry. I've got to buy right now. People come in, they start saying that. They start just hitting stuff up. It's amazing. It really is a drug when you see it, okay? So that's going to happen. If you join crypto after the flippening, God help us. I don't know what to do after that point. Until next time, friends, I love you all.